that.
Hey you guys, so welcome to our Diva Fit Pros 7th episode.
Lucky 7. I'm in Lucky 7.
Yes,
Lucky
you're Lucky
7.
7.
Lucky
You
7.
like that, don't you?
I do. I like that. I like anything lucky.
Yeah.
And I'm really
we
lucky. Look
are
at this.
here with the only, I don't even the one and only, just only.
I know.
Ted, the diet coach, a good friend of ours, a judge, IFBB pro judge, very hard top competitor in our federation. So he is absolutely amazing, and he's a guru. He's like a fitness guru, a spiritual gangster. We
like
got
that.
it all.
You have the shirt?
There you go. I got
Yes.
a hashtag spiritual
Spiritual
gangster.
gangster. I mean, this guy is everything, and he's a father of this amazing, beautiful, the most amazing eyes, little girl named Kiana, with a K. It's like
And
boom.
Kiana's looking forward to meeting your daughter and your son.
So everybody say hi.
Say hey.
So we actually finally got here from this whole trip. We will never do it again. I don't think this
Direct flights only.
Direct
Maybe
flights
private
only.
next time. Or private. I mean, either one.
We'll get there. Yes. I've done private twice this year. I can do it more and more and more.
Just got to get Aaron on board with this, so that way he can just fly us in his jet.
Good idea. I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Ted, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
I mean, it's such an honor to have you. And
Thank you.
how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I've been feeling excited all day, not just because it's here, because I love coming to Arnold, but because I get to sit between you guys and I get to do this stuff. I get to do the stuff of my life that I love, which is, I tell people I don't work. I just work my joy. That's all I do. I'm never going to work another day of my life because it's not worth it. This is what we do. If I was sitting here to work, then I guess I just put a bullet in my head. I guess.
This is a pretty hard job you got right here, right now.
Very difficult, I mean, I had to.
He's like
I'm
sandwiches.
sorry, between all this feminine beauty here and wonderful muscle.
Muscle up.
So what are you up to this weekend at the Arnold Sports Festival?
See, this year I'm still doing this stuff with the NBC, so I do a lot of the tweets and all the updates and stuff like that for the NBC News. I do those, so all the call outs for all the pro divisions and all the results, I tweet those out for the NBC News. And then I work with my athletes, of course, and I also am also doing some interviews for a couple media outlets. So fun stuff. And then of course a couple business meetings and a couple other stuff. So just the networking issue of these shows when we go to these shows, it's like going to the office, right? Because we only get to see these people at the shows.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, so so this is kind of like that for me, and I know it is for a lot of people.
I know of you as I know he recently was down in Florida. Hopefully, I'm like praying every day in my meditation that you do move to
I will.
Boca, right next to my house,
down.
because
We're
I
gonna be
need
neighbors.
that. I need that.
We're all
I
gonna
need
be
him to
neighbors.
feed that spirituality all the time. It's amazing, and so you may be going moving out there and
I will
work
be.
with.
There's no maybes.
Yeah,
He's
gonna
moving
be
to
working
Florida.
with
He wants
Redmond?
everyone to know.
I'm doing stuff with Aaron with Redcon, and there's several other business ventures that I'm doing out there as well. They're in the works. And of course, my coaching too. I love doing what I do. I love interacting with the people that I work with. I really like participating in the industry. It's just I never could have believed 33 years ago when I started this stuff that I'd be doing all the stuff that I'm doing today. So it truly is a labor of love.
I always, I remember that last year when I was leaving the Olympia,
Yes.
and we really connected. And I was like, you're not yourself at this show, and I was like, no, I was not feeling good. It was just everything went wrong there, and I was like, if I was gonna do something, I wanted to work with you, give that
You
a
saw each other
shot.
in the airport,
So
too.
yeah. So we started chatting about that, and
And then you retired.
you're not retired. Thank God.
Because here is Diva Fit Pros now.
Yeah, because now we got other things in our lives. I guess I had to quit what I was doing. Quit the stage, retire there, so that you can open the doors. Look where we are. I think this is better.
This is much better. Because
think
I
it's
retired
better.
2 years ago.
Was it hard for you to retire from the stage?
Yeah, I mean, you and I talked about this earlier. It was, turning that chapter was hard because I started competing in '89, and from '89 to 2004 or 5, or just to be 2015, excuse me, it was hard to close that part of my life because it was it was really a big piece of who I was. And and of course, you know, as somebody in the industry, you're working and we have goals as competitors, and to not have that.
Yeah.
Now it's just personal stuff. It's like I just want to look good, feel healthy. Well, that's really ambiguous. You know.
Yeah.
So what do? You know, like so. Well, so it was very difficult. It took me probably about 9 months.
9 months.
And I went through a little bit of a depression.
Same. Do you feel that were you always this spiritual gangster like, or did you have like an aha moment? I always want to know, like Oprah said, was there an aha moment,
Right.
where you decided, because you are like unbelievably, you know, it's contagious, your energy.
It's so positive. And,
So
and that's
positive.
what I think's connected us three is that we have similar perspectives and beliefs.
Well, I've never. It's an interesting question because I've always wanted an epiphany. I remember when I was in graduate school and I was studying philosophy and religion, and I remember wanting to. I would read about these what they call ecstatic experiences, which are really like aha moments. They're like these experiences people have that forever change their life. And they change their point of view. And I always wanted one of those. I never really had a particular moment like that. I've had many moments in my life where some revelations came to me, where you know, new ideas or new perspectives or new ways of turning my perspective, and so but it's been a slow evolutionary process. I would love to say that there was this one moment that like changed my life forever. I'd say there was many that sort of continually moved me in the direction that I am today. I've always been a very loving and compassionate person, a very happy person, a very positive person.
I think that's the key. Like, you know, when you are that, then even through as you struggles through life to evolve.
Yes.
Not grow.
Evolve. We don't grow. We uncover.
We uncover. You know, I know you're a father. Is it like very hard for you to be a single father as well? You know.
No, it's actually very liberating. It's one of the best things I could possibly ever imagined in my life. My daughter is my biggest teacher. I observe her every day, and all she wants to do is fill her life with joy and happiness and fun and games, and that's what we all should be doing. That's what I'm doing here today.
And you did teach me a thing or two when you were over, and you helped me. I was actually going through this shift spiritually, and you helped me a lot there. And also a few things that you do with your child that I've taken that to heart and I applied to my life too. And so it was a learning process, and it's been amazing.
Well, we're all sort of evolving in this life and discovering more of who we are, and that's the great thing about this life. And I think that the most growth for me, or not growth, but most uncovering for me, or evolution for me, comes from embracing these attitudes and perspectives that I've always wanted to sort of embrace, but didn't. I was still holding on to many of the messages of the world.
Yeah.
You know, and so and I guess in the last couple of years, I've just let it go.
Yeah.
It's like, especially after my divorce.
Yeah. So like
that was the last vestige of some of those old messages.
Yeah, because sometimes, you know, like, especially being in the social media a lot, we hear things, somebody says, oh, whatever comment, whatever, and it used to affect me so much, you know, and thank God I have a really great husband that says to me, don't allow those people to, like, they don't even know you. They don't know anything about you. So don't allow those things to affect you or change your day. And it took me a while, but it even made me want to work harder at changing, evolving, and getting stronger with loving myself and being okay with myself. You know
and
what I
knowing
mean?
who you are, so that when someone says something negative, you're like, you know who you are. It can't even touch you because of the place that you're in.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, the reason why people listen to some of the haters out there is because they're looking for validation, and then when they get negative feedback, it's almost like sort of negative validation.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what social media is really wonderful. Oh, sorry. I feel like I should be up higher because I look like a little boy in this chair with you guys.
Sorry, we're trying to all squeeze in, so that's why I'm sitting on like an arm of a chair.
love it.
I'd like some popcorn, please.
I know. Are you having fun?
I'm having a great time. So I mean, I think people just look for this industry is really bad about this, about people taking things personally. When people, like everyone's entitled to their opinion, and even if it's a negative one, even if it's a perspective that we don't hold, and it's very important to be able to give people the right to have those, because we expect them to give us the right to have ours. We should allow them to have the right to have theirs, even if it conflicts with our own. That's what this country was based on.
Yeah, not even in this industry, but that's just
Everywhere.
how it is in life.
Yeah, everywhere in life. You're in amazing shape all the time. Can you tell us a couple things that you do that keeps you motivated every day to stay in shape? Not only because you're a coach and everything, because you have you are in great shape. Not only happy all the time, but you are like in shape all the time.
What other perfect qualities do you have?
Right?
I don't know about that, but-
Girls is single.
The best thing, I believe in consistency. I just believe in I just do the same. I have the same
Hashtag
process.
consistency.
I have the same process today that I did when I was a competitor.
Yeah.
And I've lived it for 33 years, so it's really hard. As you know, like
That's who
becomes
I am.
ingrained.
like who you are, so I just do what I do. And
Right.
I will say this, that I did make one concession in my life when I stopped competing two and a half years ago, was I said to myself I was never going to force feed myself again. So
You don't do that.
I don't do it anymore. And so I am 25 pounds lighter now in the off season than I normally am. But I don't care.
Do you feel good?
I feel great. I feel much better today. I still this next year I maybe want to put back on 10 or 15 pounds, but not
I think you look fantastic.
Yeah,
Very,
definitely.
very,
You know, the funny thing, here's the funny thing. Since I retired, people have been telling me that I look better in the off season now. Like, hey, you look so good. Like, even Sadiq came up with, hey, man, you look really, really good, Dan. I'm like, do I look bad for? I was like,
They just dig this look.
Looks amazing.
I think it's the gotea. What do you guys think? I think it's the goatee.
It
It's
could be
pretty
the
good.
combination.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's the whole thing.
It's
the head to
it
toe.
does it's you.
And that energy.
It was a big debate. I'll tell you, my daughter was on the fence for about 3 weeks, but now she's on board. She's like, I think you can keep it, Daddy. It looks good.
It's good.
After 16 days doing the same thing over and over again,
All I do is
it becomes you. So try it every time. Like, do it over and over and over and over and over again. Even if you don't want to, you do it over and over again. And eventually you gravitate, and everybody, it's like, oh my gosh. It's like you don't even remember the whole you.
So have you had it 16 days?
I've had it, let's see, almost 3 weeks.
How many days?
Oh, perfect.
Almost
Okay.
3 weeks.
You're getting there.
All right,
You're getting
awesome.
there.
Good.
So we are here at the Arnold Classic. I was actually a women's physique, and I did the inaugural women's physique here a couple years ago.
And you were awesome.
Yeah, well, it was good.
I was
a
there.
good time.
I was there. You were awesome.
Thank you. Those are one of my good days. Let's put it.
Every day's a good day.
Maybe on the stage. But so we're gonna do a little bit of prediction, since you are the writer here and stuff. And what do you predict? Let's talk about women's physique.
Let's get the list.
Start there.
Yeah.
Let's get the list. Who's on the list?
Who's on the list? Women's physique.
Yeah, let's get the list here.
Yeah, that would be
Who's
good.
your favorite?
Well, Autumn, Heather Grace.
There's a paper. In the packet.
So, Autumn and...
The only thing I don't, I'll make a comment about Heather. I think she always shows up in stellar condition, but there's some issues like with her calves. I know she has some issues there, and it's just I like to see a physique that's really proportioned.
Yeah.
So it sticks out to me.
Yeah.
When I see,
Of course.
it wouldn't be so bad if it was just a little weakness.
Is that
Yeah.
something that has been a weakness?
For her, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I think there's some nerve damage or something going on. I forget what the story was.
Yeah, I don't think that they will change any more than they are already.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't know if she could really. There's any nerve damage.
Autumn is she's a complete package.
Yeah.
Coming in and shape and stuff. She has just aesthetic physique. Is just like wow. She wows you on stage when she was a fitness competitor.
Yeah.
So she has all the great moves.
We'll
I'm
see.
more of a flow person. So she does all these gymnast things, kind of thing.
I don't know if she could do any tumbling or anything like that or anything like that, but
She has in the past, but I'm very, I'm curious to see because Olympia wasn't as great for her, very disappointing. But I'm looking forward to see what she's going to bring in that. And I don't think that Little Monster is competing, right?
no, she's not. She's backing out, but she's here. She's at the what booth? One of her what is it? One of her sponsors.
But she was going to compete originally.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so there's a lot of names here that I don't recognize.
Yeah.
But let's see. Yeah, so she's not on there, but Heather Grace is on there.
Mm-hmm.
She'll do well. She always does well.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's sad when you start getting old and you have to hold on.
I'm going to the same thing.
Oh my gosh, it's like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh my god, I need my glasses. This year the field's a little light.
Yeah, we don't have like some of the consistent,
big names, yeah.
the big names that competed. I'm not here to compete.
Caleb's not going to be there. Spirit
Okay.
on the stage.
What about also men's physique?
I'm a, see.
I hope that like there's Brandon Hicks and also there is
Oh, here. There's the men's.
Okay.
Yeah, there we
Where is it?
go. Down there,
Oh,
right here.
okay.
George
It's a
Brown.
long list.
George Brown.
Yeah, George is
won.
probably the favorite.
Yeah.
I'm looking at. there's
And
another-
Brendan won it like last year as well. So, this could be his year again. So who knows?
Yeah, there's a lot of really good. Brandon Kimballson. I like Xavier Gaden. He's good. There's a lot of good competitors. Michael Ferguson's good too. Andre Ferguson's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of, a lot of this stuff when it comes to everything changes when you see everybody stand next to each other. But I kind of have a sneaky suspicion. I really.
George Brown.
I really like George.
George is gonna be something too.
He has insane blocky abs. Like he doesn't have to do much,
I always wanted that.
and he just like this nice blocky abs, and he can.
Me too. Mine disappears
that.
sometimes. What about bikini?
Bikini. Okay, let's get the bikini list.
Yes.
Let's see, I really have high hopes for Stephanie.
I like, Stephanie. I want her to make a big comeback this year. I love India Paulina. Of course, Courtney Keane. She's going to be competing as well. So the list is pretty stout.
Yeah,
here.
when I look at the list, I would say it's going to be somewhat of a repeat of last year, of sorts, in terms of the top five.
Yeah.
Like I think it looks like Janet Leog is probably going to make that top five. She shows up in shape. Courtney will definitely be there. I'm hoping for Stephanie. Justine Monroe will probably be in that top call out if she's looking. There's some new people, but yeah, and probably Norman will be in the top six.
Yeah.
I like her. I coached her for a while. She's a great competitor. And she's a natural poser. Gosh, I've never met anyone who posed naturally for bikini like this. I never had to give her a single bit of instruction. She just goes up. She just knew how to throw her ass out, do everything she needed to do, and it looked great.
You're like, don't change anything.
I'm like,
Throw
I
her
don't really
out. You got this.
But yeah, so I'm kind of my favorite would probably be Courtney. Was probably
Yeah.
That's a pretty good.
Miss
pretty good
Olympia. She's only Miss
Yeah.
Olympia.
I mean, I think bikini's going to be kind of tough, actually.
Yeah.
Some pretty good
because a
competition
lot of the
there.
ladies, a lot of the top ones here, they have different qualities that make them unique and make them special. So it's going to be a judge's prerogative to see.
For sure, for sure.
I'm excited.
What about bodybuilding?
Bodybuilding. Oh well, let's see. Let's talk about the 212 first.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Jose
like,
Ramo in the house.
so we got.
I gotta have.
So the big favorites in my opinion, I like. Here's some of the people that I like.
Okay.
Obviously, Guy Cisternino. I like Charles Dixon. David Henry's always a favorite, but I've never really appreciated his physique as much as some people have. I think he's got a wonderful physique, but Jose, I really hope this year is his year. I really do.
Jose's my boy.
And of course I gotta go with my Asian brother, my Hide.
Hide.
He's awesome.
Okay, so
Hide. Love him.
if you had to place them in order, could you? If you had to give us like top 5.
Based on previous
212.
based on previous years, I would say if it was me making the calls, based on previous years, I would probably say Jose. I like Jose's physique.
Jose.
And if he comes in grainy and hard, then I would, man, he deserves it.
Yeah.
And then Guy,
Uh-huh.
David Henry, and then Charles Dixon.
And Hide?
And then Hide.
Hide.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's who I would.
Perfect.
Um,
Then
in
the
the open?
Figure.
open man.
And figure as well.
Oh, yeah, figure. Let's see. That's Jen's competing. And a lot of people. I think it's a big. I don't know. So, let's see. Sydney. I like Sydney Gilliam. She's awesome.
Heather Dees is back.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's
back
been
on
a
the
few
scene.
years.
Sorry
Have
for
you
looking
seen any photos?
I haven't
of
seen any of
Heather?
her. No. She look good?
I
I
haven't
haven't seen much photos.
Okay.
She hasn't
That always-
posted so much
That
about.
usually means they look good.
Yeah, they're hiding out. They're like, I'll show you on show day.
Well, Latoria, of course.
She throws a toe
Yes.
once in a while, or a leg or a calf, but nothing much.
I mean, obviously the favorite is Latoria because she's the reigning Olympia champion.
Yes, she's
And
incredible.
She's beautiful
I
too. She's
cannot. I mean, that body is like insane.
It is.
But
gorgeous.
there's like Candace Lewis is in there, Candace Carter, I guess.
Candace.
I love her physique. Always have.
I
That's
always
gonna be-
have thought
she's
she's
definitely
just
gonna
amazing.
give-
right. She's like this
Yes,
close, like this. close.
her and Latoya is
Yes.
gonna be fighting. Like, I think that's gonna be a beautiful show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are your top ones, probably most likely. Candace.
We know
or
more
Latoria.
about the other people than we do women in men's physique.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, the
I don't understand.
Oh, here.
Okay, so everybody wants to know who the
I
front-
think it's the top one there.
Yeah,
Top.
everybody wants to know the
Go
wheelchair.
to the top.
Do you have
Don't go to the bottom.
Okay. You didn't
There's
study up
there's
on that
there's
one.
probably like
High
5
level,
people.
high level.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. So this one's the open class is really interesting because we got Fuad, and I did see pictures of him. He looks really good.
Yeah.
He looks really good. I think he's going to be the dark horse. People aren't expecting to look as good.
Oh my God, that's what Dave calls me, the dark horse.
That Lionel Baiki, if he shows up in shape, oh my gosh, that guy has just got some of the nicest lines, nicest physique.
Cedric.
Cedric, he's hit and miss. Sometimes he looks really great, and sometimes he's off a little bit. The problem with him is that he's so good, he's so balanced, that if he's not perfectly on, he can get beat out by somebody with lesser potential.
Yeah,
So
because the expectations are so
I
high.
haven't. No, he's really one of those quiet guys.
Yeah, he don't post.
Michael Lockett, he's a freak, but I don't know if he's never really come in exactly the way he needs to, but he has the potential to for sure. Of course, Dallas McCarver is a favorite. Juan Morel looks pretty awesome.
One.
Will Harris.
It's going to be interesting. I
Yeah,
think
it's gonna
really
be-
going to be interesting.
There's not a big lineup, but it's a good one. It's a good one.
It will be a very interesting lineup.
Max Charles is in there. I haven't seen any pictures recently of him, but he always shows up so grainy and so hard. So we'll see what happens. But my pick would be. This is a tough
All
one.
right, top 2.
Top 2. Okay. Dallas McCarver, and
Take it home, Dallas. Take it home. Bring it to
Florida.
and Cedric. One of the
Cedric, yeah.
I really like Cedric's physique. He's got a really balanced physique. And if he ever comes
And I
in,
can see that, yeah.
but a personal favorite, I like Lionel Baiki. But just a personal favorite,
Okay.
who I would really love to see win that, because he's just such a man. It's just a guy who's sort of I've always felt a little underrated, and it's part of it's because I heard through the grapevine that in the previous years he likes cheeseburgers. and he won't go off his cheeseburgers before the show.
Oh, wow.
He won't stay really tight. Well, at least that's what DJ said. He won't stay really tight to his diet.
Oh my God, I would die.
I don't know if that's still the
I don't
case.
know.
Maybe
last
that's
time I had a cheeseburger
maybe that's
even.
what's happening with me.
Do you eat burgers?
I need to go like another route.
I'm
I'm
not a big
too
fan.
strict.
Yeah.
I'm too
I do.
tight,
Pizza?
and then I don't. Yeah,
So, good lineup.
good line
I
now.
like seeing small, compact, good quality lineups. It's-
Well, let me ask you another question: Is what do you think about how the Arnold Classic is these days, or like especially for women's physique and men's physique? I don't feel like they're getting the right, like considered, Arnold Classic just like a staple because they don't. They do all this like tons of competitors. They don't get an invite anymore like the other.
Hey, Tim.
Hi Tim. We don't get like the invite, and then that's it. You just bring a bunch of people up there, and then you know what I mean. What is that all about? Do you think?
What do you mean
The women and men's physique, like they're taking as many people as they can, and then
Is
is that
like the top 10, I think,
Yeah.
to stay?
like
Oh.
it's like I don't feel like it's prestigious anymore for the women
Well,
and
you
men's
still have to be
physique.
invited here. It's not a...
Kind of in a way,
Yeah.
like they just like you send in as much as.
Well, when I look at the
What
list,
does this mean?
when I look at the list, it still looks like they're controlling the list in a good way. So, like, the list is nice and compact. It's not too numerous. The competitors and they're good quality competitors. So I think they're doing a pretty good job. But sometimes, I can understand. Like, some of the divisions can get pretty thick.
No.
I don't. This year doesn't looks like they did a good job this year. Like they're nice and controlled, so that's good. But I mean, it is kind of confusing.
Like how it's like only 16
Right.
or like 10, 12 people or whatever. I think that was when it was like Arnold Classic material to me. Like that's like wow.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? The best in the world comes to the Arnold Classic as it used to be at the Olympia, and they do with men, bodybuilding, figure, and fitness and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I mean, I think this show and the Olympia both have the same kind of prestigious. Obviously, the Olympia is the most prestigious.
yeah.
But this show still has a lot of, I think, pizzazz to it, prestige to it.
oh, it is. I'm asking is when they just give you like the 10 or 12 people, that's it. There's no
Right.
That's it.
It makes
You're
it
invited.
more prestigious feeling.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know what kind of
Yeah.
cap. Do they have a cap on this? I don't know. If they have a cap.
Women's physique and men's physique. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what do you think do you think that fitness is going to go?
Well, I hope that fitness is something that stays strong. I really enjoy watching it. I really enjoy judging it. I like seeing them. I still like seeing women's bodybuilding.
It's so entertaining.
It is, and
Yeah.
fitness is one of those few pieces of this sport that really, really takes a lot of athleticism. You can't just go work out and do this. You have to actually have some skills. You have to put more time into more than just working out, more than just doing cardio, more than just doing your diet. You have to do a routine that actually makes sense, that has certain elements in it, even though some of them now it's a little bit more open. But still, you want to have a certain degree of entertainment value that you miss, I think, a little bit in some of the other, like bodybuilding. Some of the entertainment is gone because most of the competitors don't focus on it.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see, I think classic physique is bringing back a little bit more of that entertainment value.
I
which is-
really like that division.
Yeah.
I do too. I love it.
I really do.
It provides-
Yeah, I like the classic physique. I'm really don't know many of the competitors as well, like Durham Charles and the Miss Olympia, but I'm not familiar with all the competitors.
Well, I'm really happy that Danny Hester won the Olympia because in my opinion, he's a perfect candidate for this kind of look. He's got the great look for it, and he makes a really good first men's classic physique Olympia champion.
Cool.
He sets a nice standard for the whole sport, for the whole division in general.
I know he signed with Pro10 because recently I was at Pro10's office and they were talking about how they signed him and they're doing a lot of promotional stuff with them, and I think that's awesome. We need that. We need more athletes to be paid. To be considered athletes. Worthy.
The only problem that I have with this is that most athletes do this. and they just have their hand out, and they have athletes, and everybody in the industry has to understand that there has to be some trade.
Yeah.
You have to. So as an athlete, your value has to do with what you can bring to the table for who's paying you. And so if it's a supplement company or if it's something else, then it's got to mean revenue.
And I'm sorry if you're dieting.
Yeah.
You still have to be a nice person.
Yes.
You still have to give back.
It's your job.
It's your choice.
Yeah.
You choose to diet. You choose to do this competition. Listen, if you're like one of the top in the world, you better be the top in the world in every level. Like your spirit, your giving, your heart. When people sees you, you know, I know that like my husband, when we had on Lone Star, he has an old story, and I won't say the name of the competitor, but he's like, you know what? We don't need you here.
Sure.
Okay.
He's like, we don't need you here, okay? Because your attitude is just, nobody owes nobody anything, you know?
Yeah.
So you gotta, especially
Thanks,
in this
Saul.
sport, especially in this
He says, "King,
sport,
king,
you have to be like, even more like, I think, sweeter, because it's such a sport that it takes
when you're a professional athlete, no matter what sport it is, whether it's basketball, football, bodybuilding, whatever, you have a responsibility to your fans to be able to be personal, to be able to represent something more, especially that you've chosen it.
Yeah,
You've chosen this, and it's important that you have a responsibility to your fans to be able to at least be likable.
Yeah.
You know, because
Inspiring.
they're paying you, whether they're indirectly or directly, they're paying you.
And they don't
Supporting
see
you.
Yeah.
And they don't see you like often. It's not like you see a bodybuilder every day. So if somebody wants a picture, take a picture.
Well,
Take a picture.
I think one of the elements in this sport.
Karina has no problem taking pictures. She'll
I
take a
mean,
picture. We were in the bathroom
if
and
somebody
someone
wants
asked
a
for
picture,
I said,
take
okay.
a picture
She did it.
with them and smile.
it is a little disheartening to see some people who
I don't even ask some athletes
who don't like
for
to
a
take
picture.
pictures. They will, or they're tired.
I'm like,
They'll give people hell. I'm like, wow, man, like. I want to tell some of these guys and gals, like, there's gonna come a day where no one's gonna want a damn picture from you. So take advantage of it
Soak
now.
up. Enjoy it.
There will be
all
that day. Yeah.
It's fun though. You know what? This is the sport that gave me hope, life, and I would not be here talking to you, Ted,
Me
with
either.
this diva here,
Aw.
sitting here, retired from something that helped me be such a better person, and I found my strength.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
it taught me discipline. You know what I mean? Without discipline, you're nothing. You know, discipline is huge.
And just the passion. When I started bodybuilding, I was looking for a passion. It was like I had been searching for something. You know, I had seen people that had passion. I'm like, I need a passion in my life.
Yeah.
And then when I found bodybuilding, that became just everything to me, and it changed me in
When
so
did you
many
start
positive ways.
When did you start?
2011.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that's when I started, and I just fell in love with the sport.
I love this sport. I love it. And my show is coming up. You know, I even have a show now back my day. You know, I mean,
so
like,
she
wow.
retired. Now she's a show promoter.
You know, to watch that, I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna cry again. I cry all the time, but I'm very proud to talk about. I think winning the first ever women's physique and having my own show, it's my two biggest, proudest moments.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Good moments.
and it was the epitome of things that created my strength, and it's a beautiful thing. I love it.
That's an interesting question. I never thought about that. What was my proudest moment?
You don't have.
What
can't
is
think of
Ted's
one?
proudest
You have
moment?
I do, yeah.
What is it?
Let's hear it.
When my brother, my twin brother, got hooded for his PhD. I was so proud of him.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Because he has a twin brother, and they're super tight.
They look so much alike.
They do.
Yeah, we should.
Hawaii, right?
What do you mean?
Where are you guys from?
We're Hawaiian. We're Japanese and Hawaiian, but grew up in Las Vegas.
No, grew up in
yeah, but we were born in
Hawaiian.
California.
By Hawaiian.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, but you
He looks
have
just like
that. You have that look too.
Is he a bodybuilder?
He does bodybuild, but he's not as big as I am.
Oh, okay. So
What
you're
was
the
your
big-
proudest moment, Diva?
I
I call
have
her
to
Diva.
say, It was when I got my pro card. I'm sure a lot of people say that. But so many things came together for that time because I had just switched from figure to women's physique, and I'd done 6-figure national shows, and the closest I'd gotten was 5th place. And then,
gee, the closest you got was 5th place.
But then I started placing worse, and then I switched, you know, right when I came back from North Americans in 2014, I said, you know what, my body's changing, I'm looking more women's physique, and I got a few opinions, and they said, yeah, it is, you should try that division. And I needed to qualify for nationals, so I did 2 women's physique, you know, shows to qualify. And then I went right into nationals thinking, I'm just going to go see how I compare to the other women across the country in this division.
And voila.
And then went to Miami and went pro, and I had no expectations. And that was just a moment
that was
where
why
so many things came together.
I talk about this all the time. It's called putting resistance on our trail. And what we all do is we sit and we doubt ourselves. But when most people relax, most people relax and allow life to deliver to them their well-being, the things that you want, it always comes to you.
I had to, because previously I was putting all the pressure on myself. Like, I'm going to get that card. I'm going to go pro at the show. And it's like, just bring your best physique. Keep working on it. Try to look more and more like a pro. And when you deserve that pro status, that's when you're going to receive it. You know, so it was
never
amazing.
give up.
Well, maybe you were just awesome.
Don't ever
I could
give up.
have been.
You are.
Apparently I was pretty awesome that day.
Yeah.
Got awarded. So it was amazing.
Guys, thank you.
Thanks for
once
tuning
again
in.
for tuning in and kicking it
And
with the Diva Fit Pros and Ted the Diet.
And Ted the Diet Coach.
Well, thank you for having me. Thanks, guys.
Such an honor to have you on
so
our
much
show.
fun.
Thank you.
We love
Thanks
you.
for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yes.
Boom. Mwah.